Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and I'm here with Denmark Laine, who's been filling us in on an upcoming poetry reading at Dunaway Books, which is on Grand, South
Right.
Grand?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, coming up next month, right?
Yeah, April 10th.
April 10th, and it's open to the public and it's free.
Yep.
And what a great way to celebrate spring, as we were talking about in the last segment, to go out and hear some live poetry, which is something that people don't do that often.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would be great to challenge the mind.
Yeah, come on down.
Come on down and hear Denmark and his friends talk about their poetry. So, in addition to poetry, you have a novel, and this is not your first novel, right?
Well, it's the first collection of short fiction, which is what this is.
Okay.
And I don't know what else you want.
Well, tell us a little bit about the book and how long it took you to write this book, because it seems very long to me.
Well, in terms of the writing, it took about a year or two. It started off not as a cohesive thing. It started off just as a couple short stories, and then I started noticing there were commonalities and through lines. And so after I figured out that, it was just a matter of pulling it all together. And
so Small Town Kings, which is the name of the book, is it actually a collection of short stories, or is it one novel?
It's a collection of short stories, but they tell a continuing narrative. There's one full story that's being told throughout, and they all overlap and they all intersect.
Okay. And is it hard to write a book of this length? Do you run into writer's block issues, that kind of thing?
I mean, yeah, totally, all the time.
So how do you get over that?
Different ways, like we were talking about earlier. I mean, that's what everyone else is here. That's what the people are here for. That's what the world is here for. The name kind of goes into sort of a theme that it's about, but Small Town Kings was an idea I always had ever since a little kid. I always felt this sense that people who are in the arts, musicians, poets, actors, whatever, are somehow like these deposed royalty, this special people living among us in secret. And you know, for like a kid who was always at the back table, once I started finding people who had these commonalities, I was just like, oh, like these are my people, this is where I belong. So Small Town Kings, the idea of little kings and queens running around in secret. And
you know, now you were going to read to us, right?
Yeah, sure.
Excuse me, read a little bit of the beginning of the novel.
Okay, sure. This is first page of the first chapter. It's called Kindred, a Prelude. I was born on the second Sunday in October, a child of the autumn. I'm told it's a day most venerated among our people, the twilight of the year, the dying hour, ripe with meaning. For then, in the orchards of our mind, we harvest the fruits of prophecy, skies made of shadows, trees made of fire. The smoky blue east whispers with jeweled embers swirling under canopies of pyramid dust, dancing leaf-strewn above rust-colored weathers. A sickle moon burning gold behind scarecrow trees, pouring her scented hauntings down their sleeping hills. The red god at his barren feast, a bouquet of wild poison berries. Nature bleeds, uncovering her rawer beauties. All cultures have a grasp of its significance, the passage of the age, the subtlety of revelations wrought in fierce color and distilled from earthen elixirs. The distinctions behind life and death were said to wane thin, allowing congress between the everyday and the unreal. These are the months when the young love ferments into bitter vintages of wisdom. The fertile spirits of the poet, the magician, and the madman are released in its herbal embrace from enchanted elsewheres, where every light fades, every inspiration burns, and the wanderer finds return to origin.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So you can hear more of Denmark reading from your poetry live at next month at Dunaway Books. Actually, it's great to hear you read your own words. I mean, you know, does it seem familiar, or does it seem?
Oh yeah, I live there.
Yeah, that's your world. Very nice. All right, Small Town Kings, which is available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
Yep, as an ebook and soon as paperback. You can purchase it. Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, other electronic sites.
Yeah, it's great to have some novels coming out of St. Louis, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of authors in our town, and it's really, you know.
You'd be surprised, yeah. We're sort of the leading edge of what's coming next.
That's
and I think even Patti Smith said, don't move to New York, don't move to L.A. When she visited St. Louis, she was like, this place reminds me of New York in the 70s. It's cheap rent, it's rabble, it's artists just living, learning, making mistakes no one sees, and working together. And so there's a lot of potential.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's great. It's right here in St. Louis. The Dunaway Books for the poetry reading is located at 3111 South Grand Boulevard. And for more information, you can call 314-771-7150. Thank you, Denmark. And we'll be back with more STL TV Live after this.